Questions for Coach. We'll start with Tim Bontemps.
Brad, we've talked a bunch this year about the kind of ongoing turnover issues that you guys have had, and that's not something you've really had a problem with the past years as a team. Do you have any idea of why that's kind of been a consistent issue for you guys this season?
I do. And, I think there are some that, are a function of just getting better playing against extra attention. And then there are some that are just a function of we just have to be, we have to be even more possession oriented than we are. I don't think that, and certainly in specific games where, you're playing a team that is great going on runs like the other night, like today, or, on those games where you are a little shorthanded, like you can't throw the ball all over the gym and expect to have a good chance of winning. And so we just have to be a lot less loose with the ball. We have to be tougher with the dribble. We have to be, better with the pass. And then we just have to be better at reading that extra attention.
John Krause.
Brad, have you figured out what specifically is going on with Robert Wiliams' knee, and what's the expectation for how much longer he's going to be out?
Yeah, I think he's getting better. And so, we hope that, again, that he's back at some point soon, but just not quite ready today.
Keith Smith.
Brad, outside of Rob, everybody else is working their way back. How important is that with only a few weeks to go in the season to try to develop some kind of rhythm going into the postseason?
Yeah, it's really important. Knock on wood, I hope that we can maintain some semblance of that. It's important from a continuity standpoint, from an ability to establish rotations, those type of things, but then also just those guys playing together. And so I think, even you heard Evan talk about it the other night. It's just important that he plays with these guys.
Final question, Bob Schron.
Thanks, Brandon. Just follow up on Tim and John and Keith, Coach. 60 games in, how different is this season establishing a rotation as opposed to previous seasons when, at this point, arguably you've had an idea of where you were going in each as games unfolded?
Yeah, we have an idea of where we're going. We just need to rep it together. We need to have that opportunity to rep it together. So I would say that, there's a lot of clarity with where we would, what we would do if everyone's available. And then obviously you're focused on the matchup and the task at hand. So, and we've talked about it all year, like we've got to play as well as we can. People have to step up. We've learned a lot about our role players. We know what they can do and what they're not as good at. And now, as we get a little bit more healthy, hopefully we can put together some nights of good basketball, some days of good basketball, and those people can add value to winning in the ways that they best do.
All right, actual final question, Gary Washburn.
Hey, Brad, kind of touched on that. Have you learned a lot about some of the guys that you probably didn't expect to play as much? And is games like Friday where you get Aaron minutes, and is that beneficial down the road? Can you hope that those guys can make impacts maybe in a postseason game, or they'll be more comfortable in roles when you're kind of throwing them out there because your options are limited?
Yeah, I do think that, ideally, you have as you get longer into the season, you have a shorter rotation, but, in a lot of ways on those first and second year players, what you're looking for is consistency in playing to their strengths. And I will say the last two games, I thought Aaron did a really good job. I thought he did a really good job in the Phoenix game. He shot the ball when he was open, but his effort level was tremendous. And so I thought in both games he did what he does best And I thought that made our team better at different times. And so, yes, it's good. That's good information to have as we move forward. We're now at the point in the season where, you know, it's a lot less about opportunities and a lot more about, you know, we've got to find a way to add value to winning whatever role we're playing.
All right, I'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.